Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's AllYouCanGeek Gamescast, episode 359, right? Yes. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Corey Feinsod.
Hello.
And Tony Korkanakis.
Pew, pew.
Okay. Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners, to episode 359. I almost reversed the two numbers. So I was like 95? No, we're not there yet.
953.
Yeah, I was like, wait, whoa. Yes, Gamescast 359. Mike's not here, unfortunately. He's busy. He'll be rejoining us next week. But we got a lot to talk about for video game news. We got a spoiler cast coming up for the Game of Thrones. If you've watched that season 7, you can tune into that coming up too, and our movie cast that's always there. So make sure you tune into that. Let me turn this up just a bit. So yeah, let's see here. Let's get right into the news.
Let's go.
This week, Square-Enix announced that Secret of Mana is going to get a remake.
Yep.
Right on the heels of the Super Nintendo Classic getting pre-orders out.
Right on the heels of that, plus the Secret of Mana collection in Japan on the Nintendo Switch. So
they announced this thing. It's going to be a 3D remake of the game, like an actual remake, not a remaster.
It's like what they did with 3. It looks like.
Yeah. So it's going to be out for PS4 and the Vita.
I'm not a big fan. I mean, Vita's still got life in Japan, apparently.
Yeah.
But I'm not a fan of the models. I don't like them.
It looks like that low budget mobile style, where it's just very flat and.
You look at games that are you look at the Pixel not remakes, but like re-releases and stuff, like anything like with sprites. Really, it's timeless. We talked about this before. It looks great anytime, anywhere, any place. Looks good. 3D just doesn't always look great, and it does look like this should be on my iPhone.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. Doesn't look good so far.
Like we'll see, I might support it. I would much rather have the Switch collection because I never got to play the third one officially translated. So I'd love to support that and get a new game. But I mean, the series is having a revival, and between the SNES Classic and this in PS4 and Vita, I'm hoping we get a new Secret of Mana game with a bigger budget and everything like that.
That'd be good. And this is hitting February 15th, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
All right. What else we have?
No Switch though.
No, it's kind of weird. I'm wondering if it's just too far along development. It doesn't look like it'd be very intensive, so I wouldn't be surprised at a Switch port down the road.
Especially with the collection coming too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like maybe that's maybe that's what they're holding off the collection for. Maybe they're gonna wait for a localization of that and do the 3 classic games plus the new one. That'd be awesome. I would drop $60 for that. You hear me, Square Enix? I would pay you 60 whole United States dollars.
Well, 48 is best.
Or GameStop credit.
Okay, I'm sorry. You will get your $60 somehow. I will pay $50 after tax.
By the way, guys, is Flipageddon back on? What's happening right now?
It might be this weekend.
I'm watching it, and the guy even mentioned I was there today picking up
we got
rabbits.
the 60. Is it out? I thought it came out Friday.
Rabbits?
No, it came out today. Today. I thought it was Friday as well.
What's funny is I was in the area I was at the gym, was just finishing up, and I'm like, I'm gonna go home. So I turned down my road, started going. I'm like, turn around, and I'm like, I went to GameStop, and I'm like, did you get rabbits in? Is that out today? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, let's do this. So, because it's cheaper at Best Buy. Like value wise, for that credit, I should have bought the game at Best Buy, but I'm like, they gave me that credit anyway.
Yeah, it's like actual money or Monopoly money, really.
Yeah. So. Anyways, we'll get into what we've been up to, though, obviously, soon. Let's keep moving on with the news. So keep your eye on possible news coming out of, if you follow Twitter, there'll be, Cheap-Ass Gamer, I'm sure, will post stuff. NeoGaf. There's a whole, different couple threads. We even talk about in Slack. We'll have some conversations. So keep your eye out for possible...
Our number one fan, Aaron, funded his entire Nintendo Switch by following my stuff.
Yes. And I have funded $600 in credit on that. So, which I've spent a lot of already. I don't even realize what I bought, but I was down to $200 in credit. So, I bought a bunch of cards. And I bought the iTunes card was $150 by itself. I did $150 of that. So that pays for Netflix and all of my subscriptions for Apple for the entire year.
Right.
So it was a no-brainer. Thank
Enough
you,
for the next
GameStop.
flip again.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, I've got stuff lined up. I'm going to be keep my eye on it. So.
Well, what do you even have left? I mean, didn't you wipe yourself out? Like, you blew all your
No.
trades, no?
No, there's still stuff. And I'm sorry to say, I don't think Splatoon's going to keep for me. It didn't do anything.
But that's the thing.
But the thing about Flip-Again, I might make money off of this.
Right.
So.
That's the thing. That's why I was like, it's low risk for you because you're not using, like, I'm assuming you got it through GameStop, right?
Did I get that one through?
I mean, regardless, even if you bought it at Best Buy.
No, I think I did get it at GameStop because I was like, credit, whatever.
Right. So, I mean, you might have lost a couple Monopoly dollars to.
I think I'm going to end up the way if it works out like Zelda. If it works out like Zelda, I think I'm going to lose 50 cents to try the game. So
exactly. Right.
So yeah, not a big deal. But all right, moving on. We have Sony announcing a new PSVR bundle, which is now $50 cheaper and comes with the camera. Well, $50 cheaper than its bundle with the camera. It's down to $399, right? So
well, it was $399, wasn't it? It just comes with the camera now.
Oh yeah. That's what I meant. It comes with the camera for $399.
Yeah.
It was $399 the core, and I think they had it out for
without
like
the camera. Yeah.
Without the camera. Then I think it was like $499 with the camera and like a game. So now it's $399.
Right.
And two move controllers.
And 2 move controllers. And PlayStation Worlds.
So.
I mean, that's a good thing.
These things are on the shelves everywhere. They're not selling. Listen, the tech is a cool idea. It's a cool idea. I've said this every time I talk about this. It's a cool idea, just not properly being executed right now. Because they're making experiences which are cool, but not lasting.
But it's also hard to make a game, because Resident Evil is a full game. I mean,
I know.
You can play that in VR, but it's hard to make a game that people can sit for hours
that
to play.
That game might be amazing, but it's just not my. It just happens to be not my style game. So
I mean, I just don't think people's eyes are ready for it right now. They're not there yet because you can't sit there and play for hours. You're gonna kill your eyes and give yourself a headache and whatever. Most people get motion sickness and stuff. Yeah, that's not ready.
Yeah.
And like I was really high on this. I mean, I really wanted it to succeed because it's a new way to play games. It's a completely game as far as a game changer. Really, it's like you're taking a control scheme and flipping it on its head. Like we haven't had that in a long time. I mean, look at controllers; they really haven't changed in like 15 years.
Yeah.
10 years.
Well, I mean, the 360 controller, or not 360, but like PlayStation controller seems pretty much the same.
We just forgetting the Wii?
I'm
talking about, I'm saying
that the Wii's had the Pro Controller, which is very similar to the Pro Controller for it's pretty similar to the Switches.
Yeah, but that wasn't.
No, but that's my point, Tony, is like, this is a new way to play games, and that's why I was on it.
No,
that's
absolutely.
what I want. It's a new way to play games.
I agree. I'm not trying to take away from VR, but I'm just trying to say it's been 10 years. 11. Oh, no, 10 years because PSVR came out last year.
Yeah. Fine.
It's still a long time. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just saying,
it's still a long time.
I'm just saying, I want things that's going to change the way you play, and we did that. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Sure.
But are we getting the experiences we deserve?
Yeah. We didn't get them on Wii that much, really, either. That's the problem.
I would disagree with that.
You got experiences there too, though. Like,
I mean, Wii Sports was like what sold that system.
Sure.
I mean, everybody bought that. VR. Absolutely.
Or any VR. What's the equivalent?
No, I'm not saying there is one. I'm just saying.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
That was disappointing, though. Like, you get one game, one experience, though, and then everything afterwards is the same thing.
That's all it takes is one game.
That's not enough for me. Sorry, if you're happy with one game, that's fine, but that's not.
No, I'm saying it takes one game to change the game, and I would even argue that you saw that with Wii Fit too.
No, I mean, sure.
All right. Anyways, moving on. We have news about. Let's go into. We'll leave the Nintendo stuff to finish. So we'll go into. Let's see, the OG Xbox out of production officially. They've announced it.
I'm surprised
Xbox One.
Xbox One, yeah.
I'm surprised this is news. I thought they discontinued that as soon as the S came out last year.
They were still out. Yeah. I mean, because they still were supporting the Kinect at some point.
Well, they've been trying to phase it out for a while, and it's not 100%.
They were selling Kinects.
Yeah.
separately.
Yeah. But, it deserves to be because the S console, while we've talked many times about whether that system's worth owning, if you're going to buy that system, the S console is the system you're going to buy. The S console. Absolutely. Yes. Yep. You have to emphasize S. All right. Let's see here.
X?
We've got S.
X.
Sure.
I'm just showing you how it's going to play out this holiday season. I guarantee you.
Yeah. All right.
Little Timmy wants his Xbox One X.
Got a little bit of news. We got a little bit of news. Yeah, it might. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I feel like the stores that I guess the big stores like Walmart and stuff won't know. They'll just have them out in the kiosks. So people won't be grabbing the wrong thing. But I'm thinking if you go to a store and ask for it, somebody's going to do their job.
Well, sure, but at the same time, if you're buying this as a gift and they're like, "Oh, we want the Xbox One X," and that's $500, I'll get you the S for $200. I like it.
Oh, you're thinking the other way. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking of both. I just think it's
I mean, quick stats for that. I don't think we talked about it last week with the Microsoft PR spin about it being
the fastest selling
Xbox in 5 days.
In history. In 5 days.
Yes. You got to make sure you put that asterisk.
If Mike was here, he would have been like, there you go with the numbers and blah, blah, blah.
There's on a Tuesday between 10 a.m. and 11:01.
The temperature is, 5 degrees higher and 5 o'clock. And
Oh, yeah,
African sparrow flying across the bow.
That's what PR is for.
And we talk about in the movie cast too. Like, how do you want to spin the numbers? So however you want to spin the numbers.
That's what it's about. It's right, and then you just have to point out which numbers are relevant, or the most relevant, or more relevant.
Yeah,
I mean it's the fastest selling, as in it's sold out. Like, what does that even mean?
It was the fastest for pre-orders. Yes, it sold out fast.
Well, if there were 10 pre-orders, they would have sold out in the fastest if they ever had.
So here's what they did: when they opened the Xbox One pre-orders, compared to the Xbox One X,
but the X is going to have
X has now sold faster in 5 days. It's going to, no, but they still sold through number-wise in 5 days more than they did for the pre-sales of the Xbox One.
Right. But here's where you can start to get the asterisk, because Xbox One.
Did they really?
The Xbox One was not available worldwide for pre-order on the same day.
That's true. This is available.
And
absolutely.
This is where we start to get into that. You got to
worldwide, Tony. Who cares outside of the United States?
That's true.
But that's what Microsoft is touting. They waited for Gamescom to open up the pre-orders.
Did 2 pre-order it in Japan? Did we even get 1? I don't know.
All I'm saying is, I mean, did they actually say that this has higher sales numbers for pre-orders than the Xbox One?
No.
Did they actually say? Okay.
No.
They said
way. This system is
no way that this outsold the Xbox One in pre-orders.
In 5 days, it did, apparently.
I doubt that.
We'll see.
I mean,
freaking Xbox One was sold out in less than 5 days, I feel like.
No, it didn't for pre-orders. It didn't. They kept taking orders for it. That took a while. They never closed pre-orders.
It's within a week. I mean, it's in 5 days, rather. I can't imagine Xbox One X outsold the.
I'm not disputing that stat. I'm disputing the impact of that stat. Like, if you pre-sold through 1 million Xbox Ones, right, in 6 days, and you just did 1 million in 5, is that a good number? I mean, I don't know. Because we all know that we've said this, and there's no arguments between any of us here. This system's going to be front-loaded.
Yeah.
So they're going to get the initial people to upgrade. I doubt they get
there's
new
no
people.
way this outsells the Pro, by the way. There's no way.
I don't know. I think I think it can.
There's no.
I mean, not in Japan.
Way.
Cut Japan out of the equation. Cut Japan out of the equation.
One system's $100 more.
Yeah, I still say
the other system's $100 less.
I still say.
Hold on. You guys hear that? Hold on. You guys hear that? I think it's a bet coming.
Listen,
I think it's a bet coming. I can hear that.
We don't have numbers for the Pro, though, do we? To make a bet. Do we have numbers for the Pro? I would make a bet on this. I would. I feel strongly about this. Because I would make a bet, but I don't think we have numbers.
Well, okay, there you go. And this is what I was saying, Jim, before you, when you started to jump on me. I'm like, well, which time frame do you want to look at? Are we looking at November debut numbers? Or are we looking at November, December? Are we doing November and December? What do you want to look at?
Yeah, I didn't understand that until like
I mean,
midway through that
we
conversation.
had definitive
Completely
numbers.
get it.
Like
Completely get it.
if they said this is how much the Pro sold, and this is how much the PS4 Slim sold,
Yeah.
and then this is how much Xbox One S sold, and this was how much Xbox One X sold. If they had definitive numbers, I would still bet that PS4 Pro outsells the X in quarter 3 2017. 2017. Not let's
I'll take that bet.
No, I said if we have
back.
clear numbers. We're not getting those clear numbers.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I know.
Because I still think that the PlayStation 4 Pro will outsell the X this holiday.
I think that, and they are marketing it with Destiny. I saw the Pro bundled with Destiny 2. I still think marketing for
Just a
Microsoft's
better
been
deal.
stronger. But yes, marketing has been stronger. Yeah, it's been around a lot more. The X.
I don't know about stronger. I think it's been a little bit more blitz just because it's new, but I don't think it's been stronger.
Yeah, I just think it has been. I don't know.
No, I mean, I wish we could get definitive numbers because I still think this holiday.
I would make this bet. I would make this bet if we can get numbers.
Yeah, I would make. All right, let's just
Conditional bet. Conditional bet. If we get numbers somehow, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So wait, what are we comparing? Are we comparing like last year's PS4
Quarter
Pro?
No, I'm saying this holiday. The
Oh,
Pro
the holiday
yes.
season.
Yes, he's saying.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
Ooh.
no. There's just no chance.
Ooh.
I will take that bet.
That's spicy.
I don't know if we'll get the numbers, but I'll take that bet.
Okay, conditional bet. Go ahead.
Yeah, conditional.
I
bet.
am a witness.
Yes, we'll write it down. Put it on the board.
For November,
The amount of bundles that the Pro is getting, the amount of like the fact that it's so much cheaper, the fact that it has all the games, and the fact that you don't know which one you're getting when you ask for an X. How are you gonna freaking outsell the Pro?
I'm gonna bank on the fact that people are gonna sell the wrong one. And it's gonna be $500.
All right. So again, are we looking at just November, just December, or November plus December?
November plus
What's
December.
What's
Q4.
Q3? Oh, Q4. So that's Q4.
Q4 would be October, November, December.
Okay. Yes, that's it.
Okay, because the Xbox One X launches in October, right?
Yes.
No,
November 7th. November 7th.
Oh, okay.
But I will give you October.
Oh.
Yeah, I will give
take
you October.
Pity month. A pity month.
Yeah, I'll give you October, which is Destiny.
All right.
You get that stat.
Well,
I mean,
actually,
Destiny's
that's
September. But yeah, you can still get a little bonus in October. I'll give you that. That's how confident I am for that part.
Oh.
If we get numbers, this will be interesting. So,
All right, conditional.
all right.
I just
Speaking
can't
of
see that
Destiny, I just
I know,
think
I know, that's
Sony
why we're
has.
betting.
I think Sony has just
I really,
dropped the ball with
want
the
these
Pro.
numbers too. I really do, because I would love to be wrong, but
I just
hard
think they
to-
dropped the ball with the Pro. Not that it's not a good console. Like I do like the Pro unit. I mean,
It doesn't
I was
matter.
tinkering. I know. I was tinkering with mine the other day, like just messing with the settings and stuff. I do like the way the
Destiny's
games
getting HDR, by the way.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, it is. Man, yeah. So, I did see the videos for the Tomb Raider remake. Like that is nice looking. I gotta say, I actually kind of. It looks good on the PlayStation. Actually, I've already played it though, so I'm not gonna replay it. But I'm like, Jesus, that looks good. So, kind of makes me wish I had waited to play that game. So, no, it was a good game. I say that every time we talk about that game. But I do wish I waited to play the definitive version of that game, which was on the PC.
Yep.
Finish that statement before Tony could. All right. All right. Let's move on. Let's see. Destiny 2 raid title, Corey. This is for those Destiny 2 fans. Has been revealed called Leviathan.
I've actually been like on not blackout, but I've been avoiding Destiny news as much as possible.
Oh, sorry.
Recently, no, it's fine. I mean, it's what we do. Like we say, like it's hard to avoid it. You know.
Well, I thought I'd throw some news in for Destiny 2 because we haven't talked too much about it. It's
and
coming out.
Destiny
Like it's coming out in like a week.
It's a huge game. It
Yeah.
was the #1 game on Twitch yesterday, which was when the
it'll be
Destiny
out-
beta came
Is it
out
out
for
in a
PC.
week? It is out in a week.
Yeah, 1 week from tomorrow. Well, 1 week
Jesus.
from Wednesday.
Yeah.
Whenever
Wow.
you're listening to this, September 6th.
6th.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
September
Wednesday. Yeah.
6th.
So, oh wow. Yeah, so this new raid is apparently part of the old those Grimoire books that you could find. You can read about Leviathan.
Grimoire cards.
Yeah, cards. Thank you, cards. You can find that talks about the Traveler and his friend, the Leviathan. So, kind of gives you an idea about this, which is cool, tying into the first game a little. Giving them.
Yeah, I mean,
little
I would hope that there's something that ties into the first game a little.
I'm skeptical on that, but all right. No, it will. Yeah, I know.
I thought you were saying there's too much of the first game.
It looks too much like the first game.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
I got my Destiny shirt on right now.
Cool. Nice. All right. Let's move into, well, all kind of Nintendo news here. First of all, we got art from Tex on Lucina new art for the Fire Emblem Warriors game. Teases it's for the Fire Emblem Warriors game, right?
But from Fire Emblem Heroes, the mobile game.
Okay, I mixed it up. I thought it was the Warriors game. So the Heroes game text reveals that there's possibly a new anime coming in for a Fire Emblem, which would be cool.
Yeah. So just to go briefly into history. So before the mobile game launched, they did that character voting thing worldwide, where you could vote for your favorite character every day and stuff like that. So the top characters all were going to receive special units, and they're finally coming out, I think, within the week or so. And as an in-game bonus, it's pretty cool. They're giving everybody one free character of these specific guys, and they're 5 stars. And they seem pretty badass. They have a lot of unique stuff about them. So Lucina, in her art, because she got new artwork for her outfit, she has a spear, and on her spear there's, I imagine it's Elisen, which is where she's from in her game. Text on the weapon, and people on Reddit translated it, and it said something about the celebration of a new Fire Emblem anime, or completion of the new anime or something like that. So it's pointing at an anime. I would think Fire Emblem. I can't imagine what else they would be teasing at.
Yeah,
but
I would assume.
This just it goes to show. I don't know if you guys remember years ago when Wii U was in a slump and Nintendo was just looking down. I said they needed to diversify their stuff, and that's why they're coming out with Amiibo and all this other stuff that led to the NES Classic, and now they're in the red or in the black with Switch. But anime licensing their stuff out, anime could be a huge boon for them. I mean, just all the. I mean, not even just for the show, but all the merchandise they're gonna sell, it's gonna be ridiculous. So
yeah, I mean, just look at Pokemon and.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
And this makes me happy.
And to imagine Fire Emblem was dead.
I know
this is the last game. You guys, we're going out high, now it's all Fire Emblem all day, every day.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem all day, every day.
Fire Emblem Warriors coming October 20th.
I still sign into Fire Emblem every day to get my orbs.
Oh, I don't do that.
Me too.
I don't do that, so I should probably get back to that. But yeah,
it's I've been over 100 a few times, and then when a couple, and they every time a new summoning thing comes out, they let you summon one character for free.
Yep.
All right. Fire Emblem Warriors, speaking of Fire Emblem, is coming out October 20th. Been dated this year.
I'm so mad. Why?
It gives you a week
before Mario Odyssey. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm thinking
I have no interest in this game.
It's got a different demographic. That's why.
Yeah, I know there is a fan base for that style of game, and I like the.
Hey,
I like
me.
And I like the theme that they're putting on it with the Fire Emblem and stuff. It just, I don't know. I liked it the first time I did it. Now it's I need something else.
I totally understand. I don't blame anybody for not doing it. This is for the ultra hardcore fans, and hey, it's me.
But I mean, hey, if there was a Borderlands version of this, I'd be all over that.
I know. Borderlands Warriors.
Yeah. You just get Krieg in there and just start wrecking shit with his axe and rock. Yeah.
Cool. I'm claiming my orbs as we speak. So, anyways. So we got, the Fire Emblem news. Special editions coming out for that game with 3 CDs, a whole bunch of artwork cards. No pricing on that yet.
So. Yeah, it's $80. It's $20 more.
Yeah.
So 80.
Oh, is it 20? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What else we have? Nindie Showcase coming out tomorrow.
Yep.
So look for that'd be Wednesday, maybe today. Whenever you're listening to this.
Considering the fact, I mean, there was the thing that came out. I don't know if you saw it, Tony, or not, but 20 of the games that they showed in the first one have already been released.
Yeah.
So It's pretty good considering, it feels like, because you're waiting on a couple games here and there, it feels like they're taking forever, but we did get Overcooked, and so that was a big one people were waiting for, and that was on number 1 for a while in the sales charts and stuff, but obviously the biggest one, Stardew Valley is...
Stardew Valley.
I'm looking forward to news on that. I really am.
Yeah, and they just said that the publisher just said they submitted it for final testing, so
maybe tomorrow we find out, hey guys, get a release date.
Yep.
And it's right now!
And it's right now. But no, there's that. I'm personally interested in that game that looks like a lot like Advance Warriors, and
Wargroove. Wait, what are you talking about?
Wargroove, yeah, the one that looks like Advance Wars.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, Wargroove.
Looking forward to that. I'm hoping we get an update for Yacht Club Games' Shovel Knight Treasure Trove with the last campaign of King Knight.
Yeah.
I think tomorrow would be a good debut for that. And Steam World Dig, too. I really like that first game, so I'm interested in seeing how the second game... They showed it off at Gamescom, but it's been hard to track down.
The first one, too. They announced it in the first Nindies.
Yeah, yep.
That golf story looks pretty sweet, too.
And golf story. Oh, damn.
Yeah. That's cool. There's gonna be some good games. I hope I'll be watching that to see because Stardew Valley is up there. Let's see. GameStop says SNES Classic pre-order sold out on their website in 8 minutes. Demand higher than the
longer than
NES
it seemed.
Classic. No, that's because their site was down for 30. I don't know how this happens. Like, how does that sell out in 8 when their site's down for 30? But whatever. I mean, you know what it was? It sold out on the mobile.
There's still bundles available for a while, though. You can get bundles.
Well, who's going to pay $190 for a freaking bundle? Come on.
Some people did. If you want something that is totally unrelated to the console,
Yeah.
And plus, it's probably cheaper than you'd be buying it for on eBay.
We gotta get a stock level on this thing before we know what the scalping prices are going to be. The market's very volatile, so
that's why people are trying to sell it now because they don't know.
Yeah.
And I do believe, my heart of hearts, that I will see one on the shelf at some point.
No, sir. I have a feeling that's going to be just as scarce as the NES. I don't care. Like, it's going to be just as scarce.
Yeah, could be.
Because I do think the demand is...
Like I said, if I see one, I'll buy it. Like, I'm not desperately trying to find it because I probably won't ever play it. But it'd be nice to put up on a shelf somewhere.
I want to play Star Fox too. So. It's got a game that I've never played on it. I want it.
Yep. Hopefully it's better than the version you can play now. Like, maybe they did some work to it.
That's what I'm hoping. I know that I could play it. I want it. Like, I do like Star Fox. I've liked Star Fox. I like Star Fox 64. I like the original Star Fox. To play Star Fox 2, it'll be good. So, like I said, I never played the Wii U version, but I didn't need to, I guess. So.
I haven't. I still haven't played.
Yeah. All right. I think that's all the gaming news we have. Let's get into what we've been up to, guys. Tony, what have you been up to?
Let's see. I beat Mighty Gunvolt Burst. I'm not sure if you guys remember me talking about it a couple months ago. It's, like I said, if after backing Mighty Number 9, this is the game that I had received instead of Mighty Number 9, I would have been content. Not over the moon happy, not even like pretty happy, but just content. I've been like, you know what? All right. This is the beginning of something that could go places, as opposed to the dumpster fire that was Mighty Number 9. So I was just in a really retro mood. Like, I was like, yeah, I really want to play like that 2D platforming shooting thing, because I'm still not done with Sonic Mania. I'm actually a little frustrated at that because I keep fucking up on the harder Chaos Emerald levels. I heard that gets
frustrating because you have to start back at Act 1 Act 1 of the stage.
Yeah,
if you die.
Yeah, so that's a little frustrating. But I just wanted to play the 2D platforming, and just the nicest of the Switch is just being able to take it wherever I want, and I can literally play for 10 minutes and get something accomplished, even if that's I'm just waiting around, or I'm on break at my work or something. I just get a level or two done. So that game was pretty fun. I'm hoping it was successful enough that we see a more fleshed out sequel. Just because, I don't know, it's just a genre that is really going unnoticed or unserviced right now. So that's been fun. Sonic Mania 2, playing that. Like I said, it's also a little frustrating. The game does get a little hard, just because, I don't know, and maybe this is why I've always had a thing away from Sonic, but just, I want to go fast. I don't want to stop. I don't want to search the levels or anything like that. I literally just want to beat the level in the fastest, shortest amount of time possible. So obviously that means not slowing down, the opposite of that. So, your reaction, obviously my reaction speed isn't as good as it was when I'm younger. So I get hit a lot.
We had this conversation about that over the weekend.
Oh,
Corey and I. Yeah, Corey and I were,
Nice.
we were talking about that at the dinner table on Sunday.
Nice.
Pre-Game of Thrones. But
Nice.
yeah, we're talking about how we're just getting older. And esports is a thing now, which an Olympic sport possibly. And I man, I could have had a completely different career path if this had happened years ago.
Oh no, absolutely. Yeah, I guarantee, within 10 years, esports, we might even lose the E in front of it. It will just be sports. I think
I am looking forward to Overwatch League, and I want to see how that does, because the regional thing makes it much more interesting to me personally, because I have no investment in Cloud9 or Liquid or these random teams that, like, who are these people? Like, I'm not invested in that. I'm invested in my city, in my region, and I know that, and that's where, like, this is taking that into that whole, like, the New York Mets and the Jets and the Nets and, you know.
Yeah, dude, I hope it does so well, because I think that would be so cool. Like you're saying, like, you have no personal investment in the pro, League of Legends teams or the Dota teams or whatever, because they're everywhere now. But to be able to, like, go to, like, Philadelphia or New York City or whatever, and, like, be able to see and meet and possibly even play, like, exhibition matches or scrim matches against your, like, minor league team or whatever you want to call it, pro league team, your local college or whatever. That is so cool, and I really hope that Overwatch helps push the genre there faster, because, like I said, especially if it's picked up by the Olympics, professional gaming will be, a more recognizable thing for sure.
Yeah. Anyways, so where were we?
Tony was talking about Sonic Mania going fast.
Going fast.
Going fast. Yeah, and
his reaction time.
Your reaction time,
yes. But that is pretty much it. Next week, I will have Mario and Rabbids to give impressions on.
I can give impressions on that now.
There you go. All right, go ahead.
So I've played about an hour and a half. I think maybe it's almost 2 hours. The time flew, actually. Yeah, time flew. It was more like...
we have a bet to pay up, actually.
Yeah.
For this Mario and Rabbids. We have to look at Metacritic.
Oh, yes, we do. What is the Metacritic score on this?
I think it's an 85 still.
Oh yeah. Man.
Is it like middle of the, is that like where we are in the middle of the bet here? Or did you give us 85 and below?
No, I said 990.
Yeah, I was hesitant. I would have said 85 and above.
But it was a fun bet.
It was a fun bet. It wasn't a move bet, so I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take the higher risk for it.
So I think that's so far pretty accurate. I think there's some cool tactics in this game where I'm even forgetting myself, because I'm actually like, I get kind of simple with the combat, and you forget that you can actually really customize the way you move your characters and do extra damage. So it's like, you got to remember that. You'll learn as you go, Tony. It kind of brings you into it. The only gripes I have is, like, I really don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know what the hell these Rabbids are. I don't know what that universe is. And I know Mario, but I don't know the Rabbids. And, like, it's just fucking zany, and it's so weird to have the Mario universe twisted into, like, the Rabbids, like, to make it look different. But then still there, but, like, using, like, blocks that you use to jump into Mario as cover instead for Mario is kind of different. Picking up coins, which let you buy new weapons, is pretty cool. You can find, there's a whole bunch of hidden areas with it. So that's, I always wondered why, when they were showing the game where you have a walk along the path kind of thing. Now I understand there's a little bit more of makes it more of a puzzler, where you have to kind of solve different locations to unlock more credits, essentially. But the combat itself is actually pretty more deep than I was expecting, which is good so far. And I'm on World 1-4.
Oh wow!
And, 1-4, 1-3. No, I just finished 1-3. So I'm not officially on World 1-4 if that exists. I'm guessing it does, because there's always 4 in Mario. But so it was cool though. Like, so far, I'm quite enjoying the game. It looks really nice. It looks actually really pretty. Actually, I actually docked this game. Which I haven't done for my Switch in a long time. But I did dock this game, and using the Pro Controller with it so far. So I'll have more impressions of it next week on the handheld, because I will be starting to kind of bring that with me, and because the combat is a quick stage, like, combat kind of thing, and I'm taking my time with, like, looking at the areas, and I think that's kind of why it's been like an hour and a half, because I'm kind of like it's kind of sightseeing.
Exploring.
Yeah. but so it's good though. I really enjoy it so far. I picked it up today, and like I said, it's been so far so good. Early, but at least I can give you the early impressions of it. So,
Now, as someone who has recently come off of XCOM 2, do you think it compares favorably to the depth of combat and like the way it plays? Like it definitely obviously took inspiration from XCOM, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen anything about strength of characters. Like I'm expecting to see different characters with different strengths, and I haven't gotten that part yet. I hope that's there. I hope that's there. Like that's really what I want to see to finish this off, because there's enough in it already with like you can combo, which you can't do in XCOM. Like you can't. Well, I guess you can do like bonus attacks, like bonus damage, being next to somebody. But this game actually lets you literally like jump off of each other to move further and get around somebody and flank them, because that's really what this game is about, flanking so far. And because there's half cover and full cover. If they're in full cover, there's no way to get them. So you have to kind of find a way to flank them. But it's early. Like the first area looks like it's just all tutorial really. So it's just
I would imagine.
Yeah. So damage being done doesn't seem that much. You heal at the end of the match. So we'll see how deep it gets. But so far, I'm very happy with that cool movement mechanic in the battles, where you can actually do damage while you move, and then use that to kind of springboard more damage, and then actually make your attack after that. So it's kind of a cool little combo system. You don't want to lead off, like the game starts you off usually as Mario in round 1, but you may not want to start with him right off the bat. You may want to switch characters to another one to kind of bounce off. But
right.
So yeah, that's that's what I've been playing. So I haven't really played too much other with game-wise. It was a very busy weekend with fantasy drafts and cookouts and stuff like that, so I didn't get to play much. But yeah, so unfortunately, Corey, what have you been up to?
Well, I played, because season 5 ended. I played Overwatch, and I wanted to apologize to my teammates because. For the first 6 games, I was playing. I really was trying. I wanted to do well, get my best rank possible. But then started to be on a time crunch, and my boys were crying, or not necessarily wanting me to be playing, so I couldn't focus. So the last 4 games of my placements, I really wasn't playing at all. I'd come back in and be like, all right, move, don't get disconnected. Okay, good, move, don't disconnect.
Man.
I just want to apologize right now, because I was not playing those last 4 games. I don't know how, but somehow we still won 2 out of those 4.
What?
Wow, you were team good. Those guys must have been amazing.
But basically, first 6 games, we did great, and I actually won those first 6. And then, like I said, the last 4, I wasn't playing whatsoever. And I still ranked 1936. Nice. So I feel pretty good about that, but I was like, oh man, are you serious? I just missed gold. I was like, I probably need one more game or something where I was actually trying to do well in it. And
now, the important part is, what character did you queue up as? Because...
Well, that's the thing, and I queued up as Mercy mostly, because that's what I played at the time. And then... afterwards, I'm like looking at it, and people are complaining about season 5 a lot, and they were saying Mercy is the worst player to play at, queue up as, because the way that her SR gets ranked and all that stuff is completely off right now. It's totally screwed up.
Yeah,
like people were getting ranked in Masters after playing like certain being, so they get dropped so far it would put them up in the Masters. Like
it went around.
It went around.
Oh, that's crazy.
But yeah, it's been great. Doomfist really wasn't a factor where I was. I don't know. I haven't really seen his meta change that much. Just where I was playing. But the fact that they're changing Mercy so much, like next season, is going to be a game changer for Mercy players.
Oh yeah,
it's
absolutely.
ridiculous.
We
didn't talk about
this
in the news. I like it. Just it gives the Mercy player more offensive options, obviously. And right now her ultimate's broken, so they are nerfing it. I think they have to nerf it.
Oh really?
It's broken. Like
just in terms of the damage output, or
just what? Yeah, you can't kill her, and then she has unlimited fire. Like there's no reloading.
Oh.
So basically, her gun does not need to be reloaded, and she flies around without having to touch the ground ever.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm excited for the change because the thing is, like, I don't really typically play supports. And out of all of them, I think I'm best with Lucio as is right now because with Lucio, it's more about positioning and, just making sure you're in the right aura. With Mercy, I always felt like a liability because she doesn't really have that much survivability. And, even her ult, it's more about, like, and that's the part where I hate it, where you just kind of, sometimes it's better to just sit out of the action. And just, hide behind something. And then if your team wins the fight, great. If your team loses the fight, then you run in and you resurrect. And it doesn't matter because your team just can't resurrect. I'll try.
And now resurrect is a special ability instead of a super.
Yep, exactly. So.
Wow. Interesting. All right. Anything else?
Yeah. So did that. There was some other stuff. What was it? I guess it wasn't that important. So. But yeah, right. I mean, I am excited for the season 6 changes also for Overwatch. So
yeah,
and that Rise and Shine animated short was good, and they really hit you in the feels for May. But I think that was their point with that.
Yeah.
It's like people hate this woman. Let's make her a little sentimental.
Yeah, I never saw the Warcraft movie still, but I would love to see Blizzard do an Overwatch movie. I love to see that.
Yeah.
I would not want to see live action, actually.
No, not live action.
Animated.
Not live action. Animated, what we've been getting.
Yeah.
I would love it to be a Netflix show. Give me like Voltron style.
Yeah, that anime, that one, that was
Doomfist
for
one.
Doomfist. Yeah, that was awesome. Oh my god.
I'm saying that's what I mean. Like, just give me that. That would be awesome. Because the lore is ridiculous in this. Like, there's so much there that you can get from this game, but it's just not in the game.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing that's fun because really you're playing competitive shooter. There's where are you gonna fit lore into competitive matchmaking?
And they do, which is, I mean, there are lines in the game.
They do find ways, which is awesome. But I love these characters so much. I want more, So,
definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that's gonna wrap up the Gamescast episode this week. Yeah, that's it.
And so the games preview, though, we're gonna skip because Mike's not here. We'll get him in there involved. So we'll do the games preview with him. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I know we said this week, but we'll do it next time.
Yeah,
definitely
next week. With or without him, we will do it next week. How about that?
Yep.
So, because we have to do it. Yes, tune in next week. Write us podcast at AllYouCanGeek.net. Follow us on Twitter, AllYouCanGeek. Like us on Facebook as well. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Zombear.
Zom Dragon.